Hi, I'm Chuck Saunders with Saunders Archery, and today I'm going to show some of the basics for shooting a slingshot safely. Before you get started, the most important thing to know is which eye is dominant. You can't pick up a slingshot and figure out how to anchor or anything else until you determine that, but it's easy to do. What I do is I make my hands I overlap them with a little opening in the center, I focus at a spot, and then I bring back that spot over my eye. Whichever eye it is the dominant eye. In my case, it's the right eye. What that means is that for your wrist rocket, you will hold the wrist rocket in your left hand, and you'll hold the pouch the same hand as your dominant eye in your right hand. Today I'm going to be demonstrating with a Falcon 2. It's a well-balanced wrist rocket. It's easy to shoot. It's a very comfortable grip, and it's very forgiving. So it's a good all-around wrist rocket. The ammo that I'll be shooting is going to be 50 caliber steel. The reason I use 50 caliber steel is that it's more accurate. It's actually safer to hold because it gives you a nice firm body on your grip and allows for an easy release without being hard to hold or difficult to release. So to implement, starting with my stance, my feet are apart. The foot closest to the target is back a little bit, which makes it open for me. Since I am right eye dominant, I hold the wrist rocket in my left hand. I will lock my wrist, but I'm not going to grip the handle. I'm just going to be loose, and it's going to feel comfortable in my hand, but I feel confident that it's not going to be pulling out of my hand. The way I load, I have some ammo here in my hand. I just put it into the pouch. It will automatically center in the pouch. It's self-centering. You load the ammo. You have your ammo between the index finger and the thumb. You draw it up, bring it onto target, draw the actual unit, anchor, and release. And the critical thing about the release is that I'm not opening up the hand. I'm not even moving the index finger. The only thing that moves is my thumb. And the only way it's moving is by letting pressure off until the pouch slips through. So you're not really focusing on firing, you're focusing on aiming, keeping on target, and easing off on the thumb until it fires. The anchor that I'm using is in the hollow of my cheek. I like to use the knuckle of my thumb in that point so I can feel where that anchor is. Again, draw it, bring it up, draw it, and anchor. Form is your fundamentals for consistency. In that, if you shoot with the same form, the same draw, the same anchor, the same release, time after time after time, you will hone in a kind of a muscle memory that allows you to be precise, to shoot accurately, and to shoot consistently. As you raise up and you draw, you normally inhale when you draw, and then exhale gently as you release. It's important to do that not because of one shot, but because if you're shooting 20 or 30 shots, you want to stay in a rhythm that allows you to get enough oxygen so that it doesn't affect you. The wrist rocket or our slingshot is not a toy. It is a precision shooting instrument, and it needs to be handled with respect. Safety glasses are a prime focal for any adult, child, even spectators who are around should be wearing safety glasses. Not because you're a bad shot, but because you never know what's going to happen. There can be ricochets, there can be bounce-offs. And just keep that in mind, that the first thing to get is safety glasses. The other aspect of safety is taking responsibility for where you're shooting and what you're shooting at. I'm shooting at a target that's been designed for wrist rockets. I use netting in case there was ever a wild shot that could happen. This is important because you have to be responsible for the awareness of the environment that you're shooting in. I'm Chuck Saunders with Saunders Archery. Remember to always wear safety glasses, shoot well, shoot safe, and shoot honorably.